Hi everybody, this is a Naya Tokens deck that Will shared with me that wants to get Devilish Valet as big as possible through things like Scute Swarm and other token generators. Let's take it out on the Ranked Explorer ladder and see if we want to make any changes to it. Alright, well let's see what kind of trouble you're getting me into here, Will. We got a Scute Swarm, we got Mondrak, we got Jetmir. I think Jetmir's only a one of in here, but could be good for the surprise factor. Opponent's got a Thought Erasure for us. Takes one of the Scute Swarms and, more importantly, knows what's up now. Alright, let's go Fabled Passage here. Go searching for a land. That will allow us some options to play things right on time on turn 3. Let's grab a mountain here. Thought Erasure. Oh, God. I was going to say, one of the many ravages of its day when it was in Standard. I was going to say, whenever I used to play that card, it would always show up in multiples of like 2 or 3, and I see it's blessed our opponent with the same frequency. Overwhelmed Apprentice mills us a little bit, so now I'm really not sure what's going on. We lose our second Scute, but we still have some token generators here. Let's get down a wedding announcement. If we draw a land, we can get our Mondrak going and try to fuel this Devilish Valet. Ooh, Fable. Yeah, I always forget that is still legal in Explorer. We're gonna plop a Fable down here. No attacks as wedding announcement builds our board, back up. Okay, safekeeping the draw, which is great. I think we're going to pitch one Mondrak, try to find that land. Oh, and it's a tap land. Okay. All right, let's go in for the attack. I just want this treasure. They can't block with the gargoyle since they're a card short. And that'll draw us with the announcement as well. Yeah, let's just plop down a Mondrak here. Could have played Devil, but I think if we can get Mondrak down first, that might be a little more helpful. The Devil has haste, so I kind of want to keep the element of surprise there. Plus we want to protect it with Tamiyo's Safekeeping as well. Alright, opponent's got all the old Eldraine stuff. Fabled Passage, Castle Vantress, the Gargoyle. Finds a swamp. Mills us with the Merfolk's Secret Keeper. Interesting. Alright, Ossification, that's a pretty good draw. And we flip over the Fable. Could Ossify here to get past the Gargoyle. Let Mondrak do some attacking. That may be the way to do it. Luckily, there are a good number of basics in here to make Ossification not really a drawback. Opponent's got Thought Collapse for it. Counters us, mills 3 cards. A lot of incidental mill here and not a lot of over-the-top heavy-hitting mill just yet, although they could be running Hideous Laughter, I suppose. Let's get in for the attack then. We can make a trade with Mondrak. Nope, they opt to chump Mondrak and block our Shaman with the Gargoyle. Gargoyle mills. Okay, we can let the Shaman go. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. This will give us more mana. Let's play out our Valet. We can protect it with the Safekeeping and have more mana available on our next turn to hopefully bring some creatures into play all at once. Plus we've got Jetmir, who is very helpful when we can get large groups of creatures going. Opponent brings down the Secret Keeper and another Gargoyle. Okay, well, decides to attack with the Gargoyle, bringing us to 15. We draw Fabled Passage. Okay, well, let's get the passage down. I suppose I want to go ahead and use this. Pull out a forest here. And so Jetmir is going to give us 1 activation on the Devil, bringing that up to 4. Yep, so that doubles up to 4. Oh, no, wait, Jetmir takes effect first. Awesome, so that's up to 6 now. Okay, we're getting the hang of this. Let's use the Fable and copy the Valet. And, oh, opponent's got Murderous Rider, but we are prepared. We'll Safekeeping on that. Mondrak gives us 2 copies of the Valet. We get all kinds of triggers, and we've got plenty of power on board now. All right, good game. All right, well, it looks like we drew the Scute Swarm half of this deck this game. Let's lead off here with Jetmir's Garden to get all of our colors sorted. Tricky playing with the Swarm. We want to get it out, we want to be able to protect it, and then we want it to see as many land drops as possible, and preferably closer to 6 lands if possible, because that's when it starts making copies of itself. Excuse me. We draw Banishing Slash. All right, let's get a land down. Let's just throw out this Valet. Get in for the attack. I have a feeling they've got some removal for it, but might clear the way for our Scute Swarm. Oh, Treacherous Blessing. Okay. I think that was in the old Doom Foretold decks of Standards gone by. So what we're going to do now is play Scute Swarm, since it appears to be relatively safe. Suppose it doesn't matter which one we do here. Let's go Cabaretti Courtyard. Create a Scute. Activate the Devil. Land comes into play. 1 more Scute. Devil goes up to 8/3. We'll swing in with that. 1 more creature, and that would have been lethal, but unfortunately just not enough gas to get there. And opponent's got the Supreme Verdict for us, clearing the board. All right. Let's pull out a mountain with this Fabled Passage then. Let's throw out the Valet, get in a little chip damage here. So we may be able to rebuild depending on our draw. Temporary Lockdown, that misses the Devil though, right? Yep, it does. Hopeless Nightmare, asking for the discard. I suppose we can get rid of the Slash, although there's not much to ossify either. Yeah, Slash is fine. Ooh, Mondrak. All right. It may come down to the wire here. Let's go Mondrak. Activates the Devil up to 2 power. We'll get in and attack with that. So can't really protect Mondrak, but we've got... Oh, kidding me. Another Supreme Verdict, but it's costing them. All right, well, let's just pass it on back. I was worried we'd be in this situation, so we've got a surprise Wandering Emperor that we can start making tokens with. Question is it going to be enough, and are we fast enough? All right, Blessing hits them for 1. Demonic Pact comes down, but they are tapped out. Wanderer lands. Let's make a token. And we should be able to pump this token up for exactly 3. All right, well, we got there. A little bit of a workaround, but it worked. Good game. All right, Awaken the Woods time. Kind of interested to try this card in here. Wasn't quite as broken as I thought it would be, at least in Standard, but still a great effect to have access to. Let's get our garden out. Got a mountain next turn if our opponent decides to... Oh my. Thing in the Ice. Let's go ahead and ossify on our mountain. Exile that right away. These games in Explorer have just been a showcase of annoying things from Magic's past. Oh, come on. 1 more Thing in the Ice for us here. We draw Loran's Escape. Let's play Jetmir's Garden and pass it on over. So escape is nice. We just need that extra mana on top of the cost of the creature that we play, which unfortunately is kind of slowing us down at this point. Opponent's got a slate of hands. Going to probably play some cheap spells here to take counters off the thing in the ice. The Picklock Prankster takes a look off the top, finds an otherworldly gaze. Here's a tip for all you folks at home. Try not to play otherworldly gaze if you can play things instead of it. Does not replace itself even though you can cast it twice. Let's go for Mondrak here. So Thing in the Ice, it has a stipulation that it bounces everything except horrors, which it itself is a horror. But let's see if they notice that we've secretly swapped out Mondrak's creature type is also horror. All right, they're going for it. Horror flips over. Mondrak is safe. Kept on the top with Opt. Oh, didn't matter anyway. I thought we were being slightly clever. They had the Lightning Axe for Mondrak. And we were not there in time to save it. All right, we're going to play Fabled Passage instead. Since Scute Swarm is nowhere to be found, might as well pop it. And let's play this Devilish Valet. So, we might be able to awaken the woods enough to get lethal damage. Especially if we draw an untapped land. That would be, what? Doubling its power 4 times. Although our opponent may have enough blockers if they are worried about attacking into this. All right. Thing in the Ice coming over. Yep, lots of small spells over there. I don't think we want to block this. I suppose we could block and make the Valet indestructible, but... Okay, untap land. This is good. This is good. The question is this enough if they block with the Devil? All right. X is 4. That's as much as we can do. Come on, math. Okay, it's not enough. It's Xaxes, but they can block with the Reveler. Takes care of the Devil, and we get them down to 4. Jetmir might be our ticket out of this. So we can chump the thing with one of these Dryads, and then Jetmir might allow us to sneak in with enough, even if they play another blocker. All right, opponent going mad with the cantrips, Otherworldly Gaze. Should probably just play something like Opt if you can. Oh, they've got Fiery Impulse for one of our creatures. All right, well, let's see. Are we going to have enough here for Jetmir? I think we can get away with blocking with one of these. I mean, we kind of have to. It keeps us alive, but this should be enough to get the bonus. Yes, that makes the Dryads 2-1, and that's lethal. I mean, it kind of worked. Good game. All right, so I've taken out a couple of things. You can kind of see on the right half of the deck, we've got things that I've kept in. I really leaned in hard on the Scute Swarm and the Devilish Valet. We're keeping Jetmir because just being able to come out of nowhere with that is super fun. Over on the left is all of the things that I added. I took out some Banishing Slashes. I took out Awaken the Woods, which is fun, but I usually end up playing it on 4 anyway, and in this case, we can replace it with something like Splendid Reclamation, since we're running a bunch of kind of fetch lands anyway, and that's always a great explosive effect to have when you're running Scute Swarm, and you want to pump up your Valet with that activation. I opted for a little bit different suite of removal, some Portable Hole, along with some Fateful Absence, and then we're also going with Felidar Retreat to capitalize on the landfill and the token-making options. We can kind of pick whichever mode fits the situation we're in. And then I also put in a few Binding of the Titans to get some lands into the graveyard and help us hit our land drops. And of course, one fun copy of Impact Tremors. So let's see if this version can give us any more resilience on the ladder and still keep the explosive ability to knock somebody out with a giant Devilish Valet. All right. Let's get it popping here. We've got Scute Swarm in hand, a little bit of removal, and then Felidar Retreat to try on the top end over Mondrak, who is great, but he's a little fragile in Explorer. Nothing personal, Mondrak. Great effect, but kind of wanted to lean on this landfill thing and landfall. I don't know why I keep saying that. Let's see if I can get this to work. Sacred Cat with a Kahira as a companion. All right, let's see what's going on here before we make any sudden moves. That's a second Kahira, if I'm not mistaken. Is this a cat deck? I love Explorer. All right, sorry, Kahira, we got to take you out. Fateful Absence. We take another one from the Sacred Cat. All right, let's go Stomping Ground, tapped, pass it on back. All right, we got a few fetch lands in hand for our landfall effects. Let's try to get the Scute Swarm going. Play out Cabaretti Courtyard. We get the token, go searching out a land. Just grab plains here. And make another basic insect token. Collected company from the opponent. Ouch. All right. Finds Johnny's Pride Mite there and a Bronze-Hide Lion. Okay, Feline Sovereign pumps up the team, lets them destroy artifacts and enchantments. But we don't have any of those down yet. We have a little bit of removal in hand, but it's going to be a challenge to manage this board. Let's go for Retreat rather than Ossification on the Sovereign, because I think what we can do is between Evolving Wilds and the Scutes is get enough blockers to protect the Felidar Retreat. Let's put some counters on some things. Go searching for another land with Evolving Wilds. Pull a mountain out, get a couple more activations. Let's put some more +1 counters on things. And there's no good blocks, and our stuff has vigilance, so we're going attacking here. All right, that might have been a mistake. We should have probably ossified on the Sovereign. If they've got enough removal, they could get through this defense. And still, some of their stuff is bigger than our insect army. Yep, opponent coming over with just a couple of things here. All right, let's throw the small insects in front of those creatures so that they can't destroy my retreat. Opponent, ooh, Impact Tremors. All right, well, let's get the retreat down first. Let's go land. This is where it's going to get tricky. I think counters. All right, so we've got a bunch of 5/5s and then a copy of the Scute Swarm. It's okay. It's still a little dicey. Like, if they've got removal, they might be able to break through. All right, they chump with the Sacred Cat. They can get that back, and that puts a counter on the Pride Mate thanks to the life gain. All right, let's try Ossification now. And let's go for the Sovereign just to get that enchantment ability away. Oh, they've got the Heroic Intervention. So it made the Sovereign hexproof. Basically nullifies our removal. We see Sacred Cat, another Kahira, and another Pride Mate coming down. Ouch. All right, well, we need to survive the turn. Let's trade away these big insects to stay alive. We'll throw the mini Scute Swarm in there as well. All right. All right, we've got some outs. And we do still have Scute. Oh, wow. Okay, and I think we've got enough mana for this. We've got 2 fetch lands, so that's what, 4 activations, and that's going to hit Felidar Retreat as well as the Scute Swarm. So let's get Impact Tremors down first. Let's go Splendid Reclamation. It's only 2 lands, but look at these triggers. All right, so let's see. I think, oh no, we got to make creatures. I did not math this out, but I think we just got to make creatures from here on in. Hopefully, I did not screw this up. So cats. Impact Tremors goes off for each cat entering the battlefield. All right, they're down to 2. Am I 1 short? Oh, I get 1 more. I was okay. That was close. Got Xaxes. Good game. This one's okay. I'm getting weird vibes from this hand. Mostly because we can't do anything until turn 3, but if these other games are any indication, we might be alright. Opponent with a Plains. Going to play this Courtyard out, even though we've got 2 Swarms in hand, just because we need the land. We do have Splendid Reclamation that we just drew, so we can get it back, so might as well get that in the yard. Opponent looks like they're mono white. Checking out the colors of our Jetmir's garden over here. Let's see. Let's go Mountain and then Fable. It's going to give us a Shaman, which could lead to Treasure and could lead to cycling out some of these cards in our hand, but no. Opponent has the Sanctify for our Fable. Well, I'll tell you what then. Let's go Scute Swarm. Let's play a land. Start building up towards 6, and we'll attack with the Shaman for the Treasure. Lets us keep up Fateful Absence. Opponent taking a look at the Swarm. Ooh, Righteous Valkyrie. Well, I don't like that existing. Didn't like playing against it when it was in Standard, and I'm not going to let you keep that now. All right, Portable Hull is the draw. We've only got 1 land in the graveyard, so Reclamation not really useful yet, especially when Scute Swarm isn't creating copies of itself until we hit 6 lands. Another Righteous Valkyrie, and Portable Hull is not able to hit that. All right, let's go Valet. Let's play out the garden, get us closer to 6. Creates an insect, which activates the Valet. And unfortunately, not any great attacks there. May be able to get in for 2, but nothing really good. Okay, opponent's got a Borrowed Time for the Scute Swarm. Taking a look at our creatures. Yeah, just 1 land down there for the Reclamation. Portable Hull. Okay, that gets rid of our Shaman. And they leave the Valkyrie back on blocks, but we just drew another Scute Swarm. All right. Well, at least want 1 of these down. Let's just pass. They've got a Foretold card over there that could either be Doomscar or could be the Foretell card that creates angels. Because anybody who plays Righteous Valkyrie is likely going all in on the theme if you catch my drift. Oh, wow. Oh, I should have played that Swarm last turn. All right, let's see what we can do anyway. Let's get the second Swarm down. That activates Valet. Courtyard. Couple more Valet activations. Courtyard finds us a forest. That's going to be a few more activations. And we're at 6 now. And we've got just a casual 128 power on our Devilish Valet. All right. Good game. All right. Do love Impact Tremors, but I can't keep this hand. This is better. Let's toss back the escape since we've got nothing to protect yet at the moment. No Scute Swarm, no Valet. At least with this hand, we can probably survive a little bit in the early game, play Fable, and then take it from there. All right, so we're not going to let this Ornithopter stick around. Opponent looks to be like they're on mono artifacts, but I know if this were me, since I played a deck like this a long time ago, that they've probably got, what is it, In Soul Artifact? Nobody plays Ornithopter unless they can do something nasty with it. All right, Sir Ginger, after playing Inventor's Fair. We draw Felidar Retreat. Let's play our Fable out. That will at least guarantee us, will probably guarantee us, the 4th mana to play out this retreat. One with a Stonecoil Serpent. Great card. Don't think I want to block and sacrifice the Shaman without getting the attack out of it. Cabaretti Courtyard, a great draw. I don't think I want to sacrifice any of this stuff to Fable, so let's go attacking. Pick up our treasure. Opponent blocks. Great. Makes Sir Ginger a little bit bigger, and they get the free scry. That's fine. We're at a pretty high life total here. Treasure allows us to play Retreat. And we can follow up immediately with a Cabaretti Courtyard. And let's make a cat. Courtyard goes to pull a land out. Let's see. Let's grab a forest. Second trigger, another cat. Yep, just the one land down there, so not too explosive. Opponent with an Emery. They were playing some blue. And a Mox Amber. There's the In Soul Artifact. All right, Sir Ginger now a 6/6. Don't need to block yet. And that Emery's going to be trouble too. Devilish Valet, good draw here. This Fable flips over. My Kingdom for 1 more mana. Well, we've got Ossification. We probably need to do this to stabilize the board a bit. Let's Ossify Sir Ginger. Get a bit of a 2-for-1. And I think we are safe to attack with these cats. Try to soften our opponent up, lower the life total enough where that we are where the Valet can get in and not have to be too gigantic. Opponent brings Patches out from the grave, puts out Reality Chip. Ooh, we draw Courtyard. Okay. Well, let's play the Valet. I think what we can do here is copy the Valet. That triggers the first Valet. All right. And then if we Courtyard, that triggers Felidar Retreat. We can get a cat. Triggers the Valets again. Courtyard can find us a land. Great. Let's get another cat. 2 more triggers on the Devils. Oh, it is just lethal, but they're able to block. So let's go attacking. And they can't destroy the Valet through blocks. So at least the Valet is safe. All right. Through blocks, they've managed to stabilize. Inventor's Fair brings them back to 5. We're threatening to do it again next turn. We've got Splendid Reclamation to bring these fetch lands back. Opponent plays a second Emery for the mill. I don't know if that's going to be of assistance. Saw another chip, and yeah, opponent scoops it up. Good game.